Honeymoon betrayal uncovered. We were basking in the sun on a secluded beach in Bali, the start of our honeymoon, when my phone buzzed with a number I didn't recognize. Thinking it might be the hotel or a surprise planned by my new husband, I answered it without hesitation. The voice on the other end was unmistakably familiar, dripping with an icy calmness that sent shivers down my spine. "Is he there with you?" she asked, her voice sharp enough to cut through the crashing waves. It was his ex-wife, the one he'd told me had died in a tragic accident 2 years ago. My heart dropped, and I felt my world tilt on its axis as I glanced over at him, completely unaware of the chaos brewing on the other end of the line. I hung up and confronted him immediately, my voice shaking with a mix of anger and disbelief. He stammered, trying to weave a story that could explain the inexplicable. "She faked her death to escape a dangerous situation," he blurted out, desperation seeping into his words. "I swear I didn't know she would contact us. I thought she was gone for good." But the cracks in his facade were glaringly obvious, and I couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to the story. The betrayal cut deeper than I could have imagined, and I was left questioning everything I thought I knew about the man I had just married. As the days passed, I became a detective in my own life, piecing together the puzzle of their twisted past. I discovered hidden messages and money transfers that painted a picture of a man leading a double life, one foot in the grave and the other in a lie. Every revelation was a fresh wound, and the more I learned, the more I realized how expertly he'd manipulated our relationship. I was living in a nightmare, trapped between the ghost of his past and the reality of our present. My trust shattered, I was left to grapple with the duality of loving someone who was both my husband and a stranger. In the end, it wasn't just the betrayal that unraveled me, it was the realization that I had ignored the warning signs, choosing to believe a fantasy over the truth. The call from his dead ex-wife was the catalyst for an awakening I didn't know I needed. As I sat alone on the beach where it all began, I made a decision. I would confront him one last time, not for closure but for clarity, to reclaim the narrative of my own life and walk away from the tangled web of deceit that had ensnared me. In that moment, I understood that sometimes the most shocking revelations aren't about others but about the truths we hide from ourselves.